if its use case is
Federal Reserve is considering a digital dollar. The implications for privacy and freedom are frightening.
So the drama in the banking sector, the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, has a lot of Americans concerned about how to protect their money. Several states are now trying to centralize currency with these so-called central bank digital currency, which is, by the way, not currency at all. It's software.
In cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. The key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability.
So what is it that a CBDC could do that Venmo can't do? And all I get is a bunch of hand waving. I get a bunch, well, maybe it's better for financial inclusion. Maybe it's better for cross-border remittances. Maybe. Is there any evidence that it is? And, they say, well, what about China? China's doing it. Well, I can see why China would do it. If they want to monitor every one of your transactions, you could do that with the central bank digital currency. You can't do that with Venmo. And if you want to directly tax customer accounts, you could do that with the central bank digital currency. You can't do that with Venmo.
Maybe we should start having the conversation of, gosh, this looks like the mark of the beast.
They're there to control us. They want to monitor all our transactions. They want to control everything we do so that they can figure out a way to tax it and extract the value that we're creating for ourselves, force us into poverty and debt. That's what they're doing.
You're going to want the technology that does the censorship-resistant component and decentralized component the best, because ultimately that's what the true value proposition is.
Monero is the only goddamn currency that's used.
Like, do you think the federal government cannot see every transaction that you're doing? Unless you're using Monero.
As Bitcoin becomes more mainstream, criminals are finding other currencies of choice. Monero is a cryptocurrency designed to avoid tracking.
There's a few of them that it's a lot harder to, like Monero.
Like if you want privacy, use Monero.
I am embarrassed to promote Bitcoin to people today. I'd be proud to promote something like a Monero.
Monero is a good cryptocurrency because it has more privacy protection than Bitcoin.
There's certain things I'm a massive fan of, like Monero.
No, Monero is the only goddamn currency that's used. Nobody uses Bitcoin.
To me, Monero is the litmus test, the sort of intelligence in Bitcoin.
somebody wants privacy and they really feel strongly about it, maybe you need a Monero.
By Monero.
Believes that we should ever have a good money again before we take the thing out.
Somebody wants privacy and they really feel strongly about it, maybe you need a Monero.
Alrighty, guys. This is the Monero First test stream. I just want to test out some settings here. Test out the configuration with OBS, because I am trying to do this with OBS, so I have the most control over everything. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know how it sounds, if the audio sounds good. I think there's a couple people watching. Yeah, I didn't really have anything planned to talk about today. Just want to do a quick test stream. I was hoping to do a more lengthy one, but I'm a little bit busy at the moment, and I'm going to be traveling this week, so. But yeah, it looks good on my end. Let me know how you guys how the sound is to you guys and the camera setup and everything. I just have a basic screen behind. You can see it's not doing too well. I need to get proper lighting. Yeah, so it kind of goes a little bit crazy there. Maybe I can put something behind me. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of want to use this stream to, you know, obviously, primarily talk about Monero, tech, privacy, but, you know, keep it mostly Monero focused. This stream is, it is dual streaming to YouTube and Rumble right now. So, uh-oh, there's no audio, is there? Is it going through? Can anyone hear me? Yes? No? Oh, there he goes. I think it's there now. Yep. Alright. Just want to make sure I hadn't been talking with my mic not working the whole time. Looks like I got a few people watching. No, nobody commenting anything so far. Guess we have some shy people or people who don't have Rumble accounts. It's on YouTube as well, if you have a YouTube account. So let me just send the link in the Rumble chat here. And I am testing out XMR chat as well. I'm going to send a couple XMR chats to myself. Because XMR chat works really well if you use OBS, because you can do the browser source so that you can have the chats show up automatically on the screen, like whatever side you want it to be on, or you can pull them up manually, of course. I don't know what my setting is set to. I'll have to check in a second here. So let's just see. Pull open my Cake Wallet on my phone here. I'm going to send myself an XMR chat. And if you guys have used XMR chat before, it is pretty awesome. Yo, we got the first comment. I'm gonna butcher this name. Maestro Yanni. Welcome, my friend. I'm gonna see if I can switch to my screen share here so I can show you guys what it looks like to actually send an XMR chat. So let's go ahead and... I don't know if I have the chat view on the other... I wonder, can I copy this? Copy. Ooh, yes I can. Let's copy. And let's paste it here. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Let's copy this one as well. Let's paste that here. Okay. Alright. So... yeah, there we go. Sweet. Here I got the Libre Wolf open. Let's copy this one as well. Let's paste that here. Okay. A little bit wider. So, yeah, there we go. Sweet. Here I got the Libre Wolf open here. This one as well. Let's paste that here. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. A little bit wider. So, we've got sweet. Here I got XMR chat. Great. Wolf open here as well. Let's paste that here. Okay. So XMR chat's pretty great. So never used it before. We've got sweet. So XMR chat is pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So never used it before. Chats we've got using XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Monero First. So XMR chat's pretty great. So never used it before. Chats we've got using XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Monero First. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat we've got XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Monero First. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Monero First. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Monero First. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. It's basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. Moreover, so XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that XMR chat. Basically a super chat platform. Pretty self-explanatory. So XMR chat's pretty great. So chat, as you can see, it's showing that. Sorry about that. I literally just figured out what that was. That was really dumb. I was listening to, I had the audio going through Lee by Wolf and it was playing it back and I didn't even realize. So, sorry, I just did a bunch of XMR chat. This is why I'm doing a test stream. For dumb shit like this. Cuz I don't really do streams. So, yes, and now it sounds good. Now it sounds good. All right, that was really funny. So, but yeah, tell me if it's let me know if it's good now. It should be good. That was pretty dumb. But yeah, that's why I'm testing, just for fun. And so I can figure out issues like this to make it better. So that was perfect. Good. That was really dumb. It was piping my browser's audio through OBS. I didn't realize because I'm sharing my my browser. I didn't realize it's piping the audio from other windows. It's not sharing those windows. It's just sharing this one window, but it's piping the audio from all of the windows, and I didn't realize it was previewing the stream right now. So that's pretty funny. So anyway, yeah, so I was just going over XMR chat basically. Hilarious that I just talked about this for like 5 minutes and no one could actually hear what I was saying. That's really funny. So I was just going over XMR chat though. Obviously XMR chat is a Monero based super chat platform. It is Monero First, but also allows you to super chat using other currencies, allowing the streamer themselves to get Monero. So if you want to allow people to donate and super chat with like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and I think a couple others, that allows you to earn Monero. So if you want a non-KYC way to get Monero, that is a way to get Monero. And it's very easy to set up, very easy to use. And yeah, I was just showing basically the process of donating, and it's reasonably quick. So I just searched myself, and you just put in a name, put in the amount, blah, 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 send a message, send a tip, and then you scan that with your wallet, or you open a wallet if you're using the desktop. You can click that. That's like a URI. Very simple, very easy. And then once you send that, it shows up nicely on the side. And I can even pull this up. So actually, I think if I log into my account, so let me go to another window here so I can log in. And I had turned the chat off and I'm looking at the OBS preview, so that didn't help. Since I turned the chat off, I couldn't see what everyone's saying. So let me turn that back on. There we go. If I actually log into XMR chat, I believe I can bring those up. Because I'm using OBS, you have the ability to use the browser source with XMR chat. So you can have them automatically show up, or you can pull them up manually if you prefer to do that. So I'm going to try and sign in here to my account, and then I'll see if I can pull that up. Okay, OBS, or do I go here? There we go, show. There we go, just like that. I can show, I guess, as many as I want. I mean, I can hide them. I don't know if they hide automatically. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is one of my utmost favorite Monero projects that have come out as of late. Well, I think this has been out for quite a bit now. I think Doug and Fiat Demise have been working on it for quite a while. But it's a very cool. So if you are a streamer, if you know someone that streams, does gaming streams, and they want a way to effortlessly earn crypto while streaming, you should chill on XMR chat. Because it doesn't require hardly any stuff to use, just email, password, no KYC. It's non-custodial. They don't have your funds. It goes straight into your wallet. So if you use Cake Wallet, you can give them you have to give them the private view key. But that's all you have to do, right? So you can make a dedicated wallet for it. It's pretty great, in my opinion. And where did that window go? There it is. And what's cool is that you can also browse creators that currently use it. So top creator, of course, is Monero Talk on here because they probably get the most. But you can see there's quite a few people who have set it up. I don't know how many people use it regularly, but there's quite a few people who have set it up, as you can see. And the most popular ones are Monero Talk, Maddie, Xenu, of course, Aaliyah, Ungovernable Misfits, oh, yep, Kath, Surveillance Pod, and then Alex and Narco. And then, oh, that's Monero Mateo. Not sure who some of these people are. There's Tech Lore, then there's me. So, yeah, cool platform. And yeah, didn't really have much planned to talk about today. Monero started pumping yesterday, which is really nice. Hit that 420 again that everyone loves. And nice to see it pump a little bit. Came down a bit more today, but, once again, Monero's not... The whole point of it isn't, to be this speculative asset, even though price does matter. Like, I'm not going to shame on, the price going up. Price does matter. It should be worth a lot. It helps with mining security. It helps with liquidity. It has tons of benefits. I'm just hoping that we don't, it doesn't attract too much of a speculative degen culture that just, pump and dumps the coin, because privacy is the current grift right now, and there's a lot of things that are trying to take advantage of that, and because that's the current grift, people are using that as a narrative to pump and dump stuff, which is just whatever. But that's not why I got into Monero, and I'm sure that's not why a lot of you guys got into Monero as well. I know certainly that's why a lot of the people I know, that's not why they got into Monero, not to make money. Now, we're betting on Monero being worth a lot because of its utility, but I got into Monero because I wanted to, and because I wanted to figure out how I could actually use crypto privately or buy anything privately online. So... for me personally, it had nothing to do with making money. Although, I hope Monero goes up, obviously, because that would benefit a lot. Would you like to see a synthetic version of Monero on Hyperliquid? I don't know. What do you mean synthetic? Like a wrapped version of Monero? Mr. Crypt Privacy said, does it support sub-address or just the main ones? You have to give it your... main actually, let me check. I'm pretty sure you have to give it your main address. So it's doing some weird thing you can actually do in Monero, where it's actually making unique addresses that look like main addresses, but they're not sub addresses, but it's creating them. So if I actually go back to which one's showing? Oh, this one's showing. Okay, so if I actually go back to my page here, go back to my page, and then I were to put in blah blah blah, send okay, whatever. Yeah, it's actually creating a 4 address. This isn't actually a primary address. It's sort of like a different primary address. It's something that's actually you can do in Monero. It's not typically exposed. This is so the Lightwallet server can see which payments are coming in with unique addresses without actually having the private key. So there is a way that it can sort of generate an address that goes to your main address without needing your private keys, besides the view key. It doesn't need the view key, it doesn't need the private spend keys. So you do have to give XMR Chat your private view key and your primary address, the one that starts with a 4. So, yeah. But it's not a big deal because, once again, you can just, if you're concerned about that, you could just make a dedicated wallet for XMR Chat, and then when you want to use your funds, you can use them directly from there or put them in a different wallet. And that's the beauty of Monero, is that you have that freedom to kind of use it how you want. You don't really have to worry about the privacy. Yeah, I figured it would have to be a wrapped one on Hyperliquid, which is another reason why I'm not that interested in it. I feel like Hyperliquid's probably just mostly for people who want to, do degen aping. One of the reasons why I'm like, there's actually benefits to not having Monero on everywhere is seeing Monero exist on Binance and seeing how that turned out. And now it's gone for the most part. I don't know if they still have some perp futures for Binance, but Binance, they had been doing some really shady, scummy stuff regarding Monero, and probably some other coins too, and they probably do this in general. It might not be specifically targeted towards Monero, but of course, for a long time, they were price suppressing Monero while they had it on their platform, trying to benefit off of it themselves, which is scummy, and I'm sure they've done that for other tokens as well. But of course, the biggest issue is when they delisted Monero, their withdrawals were closed like that. And so it artificially sunk the price down because people couldn't withdraw Monero from the platform. They were forced to sell or swap to another currency, which artificially made the price go down like an insane amount in a day. which goes to show that they were just holding paper most of the time. They don't actually have it. So people buying on Monero, people buying Monero on Binance, didn't really benefit Monero unless they actually went to withdraw. And even then, oftentimes you couldn't withdraw. It doesn't take that long to get Monero from the cold wallets to the hot wallets. You know, it shouldn't take it was like, what, 4 days? Ridiculous for them to do that. So, you know, now I don't really know how Hyperliquid works. I'm assuming it's more of like it's probably like an EVM-based platform, right? I haven't actually used it. I haven't really looked into it. I'm assuming it would be like a lot better than a custodial exchange, but I don't know. The attraction of people who want to do like degen gambling on stuff is like, I feel like that should stick to meme coins, you know, like Monero. Like if people ultimately want to do that, no one's, you know, you really can't stop that necessarily, but that's not what Monero's for. So, but anyways, and of course, I think Zcash dumped a bit as well, because good CoinMarketCap to come here. It was going up quite a lot. I think it went up to around $700 there for a little bit, and it came down. So will it go back up again? I don't know. Maybe. Sitting, yeah, it's like down like 14% today. Monero's down quite a bit today as well. Once again, I think there's going to be a little bit of correlation there, considering the fact that there's this whole privacy narrative going on, whatever that's supposed to mean. So there's going to be a little bit of correlation, but it's been going up a lot recently, and it did break out of that 400 for just a little bit. So hopefully that 470 point, which seems to be like the high point over the past few cycles, it's really pumped. Hopefully it doesn't become too much of a resistance. Because Monero's all-time high, it's not that far from it. Like Zcash has a really weird all-time high because, for whatever reason, when the coin came out, it was like sort of like arbitrarily like limited or restricted, and so the price quickly jumped to like $3,000-$4,000. When you look at the Zcash all-time chart, it looks really bad for whatever reason. But Monero's actual all-time high is like, I don't even think it's quite 500. It might be a little bit above 500. So it's really not that far from it. They listed Monero from Binance when they put CEO and other staff executives from the WEF. Is that true? I didn't really look into that. So that's interesting if that's true. Oh, gotta text someone back. Oh yeah, I hope to do a next week. I want to do like a more in-depth video on XMR chat, just to help promote it. I want to try and do like a video about some Monero product once a week and call it Monero Monday, just because there's a lot of cool projects that have come out recently, and I want to give them proper promotion because I don't think they've gotten that much promotion. And like in the form of a video that's like friendly for people who, you know, aren't as experienced with, you know, just using Monero, or, you know, aren't very tech enthusiasts in general, who are noobs. So yeah, I think the first one will probably be XMR chat, just because it's a cool platform and it's simple and it's easy to use. And then of course the next one I might take a look at might be XMR Bazaar, the next week after that. Which of course is basically the Monero eBay, and there's some interesting stuff on here. There's some weird listings. There's a lot of interesting stuff as well. Mr. Cripps said, personally, do you think it's necessary for Monero to get listed on some centralized exchanges? Like necessary how? I mean, like necessary for pumping the price up? Yeah, in a way. But I think Monero's been faring pretty damn well, considering how much it's been delisted from. And I mean, it is on some centralized exchanges still. It's not like it doesn't exist. It's on Kraken in the US. It's on like Qcoin and Mexi in Europe, even though those ones are kind of sketchy. It's on dfx.swiss in Europe. So that's good. There's a few others I don't really know about that are really small. I think the bulk of the liquidity is coming from KuCoin. So, like, in terms of it, like, being able to really ape, yeah, I mean, you'd probably want it to be on a more centralized exchanges. Like Zcash is on what? Zcash is on Binance, right? Or did it get listed on, was it Binance or Coinbase? I don't quite remember. Let's see. Yeah, it's on Coinbase. Yeah, Zcash on Coinbase. Okay, yeah. Monero on Coinbase, that would actually be pretty cool. I won't lie. Monero on Coinbase would be pretty cool. There's really no reason why it's not. There's no good reason why it's not. Zcash can be on there, so can Monero. And, you know, Monero's not legal in any way, which is why it surprises people. They think it's, like, against the law or something. It's not. But yeah, XMR Bazaar is pretty cool. Some interesting stuff on there. Might do a video on this one after the XMR chat one. Like setting up some listings and maybe buying something. There's some cool stuff. There's some interesting stuff on here. The Soy Dev Redemption advertised for free on my monthly column. David Wolf. This is this is Luke Smith, and this is Mental Outlaw. This is really funny. Interesting. Got some other stuff here. We got Orthodox Study Bible. It's pretty nice. We got like services as well. There's 3 phones and a Chromecast. You've used, it's like eBay. You got random stuff. Actually, it's more like Craigslist. It's the Monero of Craigslist, really. Do people still use Craigslist? I feel like that grants me unk status. The fact that I even know what that is. I've used it a couple times before when I was younger, but I don't really know. I don't think that's really a thing anymore. I mean, maybe people use it. I think it's just Facebook Marketplace. There you go. You got your custom phones. Your phone's in a Chromecast. You've got your somewhat spammy boosted post here. You've got Sports Stack. That's legit. I've used Sports Stack. Stake accounts. I feel like this is against TOS somehow. You can buy verified stake accounts. Okay. Because a lot of the times these are stolen accounts, right? Like the reason that they're already verified is because they're stolen from someone who already verified their account. So Monero joint case, that's very Monero. That's extremely Monero. Why does it have a lock on it? Oh, it's because it's a escrow or bond insurance. Okay, cool. You got Steam gift cards. Oh, you got Orange Friend advertising on here. Nice, nice. GTA 5 modded account. Anime/furry sketches. NSFW2. Bro. If you really want that, I guess that's something that you can pay your precious XMR for. Personally, I think my Monero's worth more than furry sketches. Oh, that's a cool sticker. Whoa, thankful for today. Wow, that's very cool. That's really custom too. That's pretty cool. Is there a dark mode on this website? It's like blinding me. There we go. All the way at the bottom. There we go. Much better. Much better. Let's turn the brightness down. Yeah, so XMR Chat, XMR Bazaar, and there's a few other things that I want to do some videos about. But yeah, hopefully next week I can do a more proper stream with like a topic, because there's been some interesting stuff happening in the privacy space recently. Monero, Zcash drama, all that stuff, and then there's a lot of Monero stuff happening as well, like FCP++, which is I think ready to go into beta testnet. So that's huge. That's gonna bring a lot of people in. It's gonna get all the attention to Monero, and of course it's gonna make the sender privacy pretty insane. So, yeah, but I think I'm gonna end it here. I think that was a good, successful test stream. Glad we got those audio issues dealt with. But thanks everyone for joining in. Gaio said the website would be better with no banner at all. XMR chat? Yeah, probably, or at least a more subdued banner, or maybe like some blur effect on it, because it's kind of distracting, especially with a lot of the colors choices on XMR Bazaar. I'm not like loving. So a little bit of a fun fact here. I did the initial wireframes for the website. I did not do the Figma. Someone else did the Figma. And I think it's quite a bit a ways from what even that was originally. So, yeah, color choices aren't my favorite. I think it could be a little bit smoother, but once again, like there's nothing else like this that exists. There was a Monero Market.io was out for a while. That was a great website, and then they shut down. I don't know why, but so XMR Bazaar is really the only like Monero eBay trade site that we have at the moment. But yeah, I think I'll probably end it here. Hopefully next week I'll do a more proper stream, and then some Monero Monday videos as well. Just because I don't think there's not a ton of people doing like content showing, like video content showing off some of these things and talking about some of these things. So I just want to promote these things and show people how to use them and get more people on board. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning on, and hopefully I will see you next week. See if I can figure out how to end it from the Rumble Studio. There we go. All right. Thanks, guys.